And there we go. Hi. And it's interesting because our health, we don't think about it until something goes wrong. Why?
Prevention is easier than management. I've had people come in having had a heart attack and they're still not motivated to do something.
Oh, I've taken exercise for people who have had heart attacks and they are not prepared to change anything in their life, even though they could have died.
It's amazing. And the contact that I've had with clients, the main barrier that I see is their impression of how hard it would be to change their lifestyle to make a difference. And that's come from previous exposure to any professional, plus their own reading, their own interpretation. They view it like they're trying to climb a mountain, looking vertically up. And it's easier to stay put and I'll be okay. I'll take some medication, it will sort everything out.
Oh, kidding me.
So prevention is really hard unless there's that internal drive that is really clear as to what an individual's why is. And my why is freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of movement, where my back may not hurt. So I can be physically active. So I do whatever I can to be as physically strong as possible for that physical freedom. And everyone has to have that why and an internal why. And it's not being selfish. It's an internal why that drives me, you, anyone listening, not an external, I want to play with my grandkids. I'm getting married in 6 months. I'm going on a holiday in 10 months. That's an external, short-lived crash approach. And that builds those blocks of a wall of its too hard basket. And that's what I see. And that's where I love to break that brick wall down brick by brick and set a scene of simplicity for people. And seeing the change, like you, Faye. I could do 16 hours. It's just the understanding, and then do I want to do it? How will I change? How will I benefit? It's not pointing the finger. It's giving someone info to make an educated decision.
But it's also, we have to be responsible for our own health and well-being. And I say prevention is better than cure, and prevention is cheaper than a cure. And if the so-called government saw that, it would be a different place altogether, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But we're not going to go there because, you know...
Pandora's box.
Oh, you open up that big box of worms and all that. But it's our responsibility to look after our own health and well-being, to look at it and not make it hard, because we make it hard for ourselves. And it's not really that hard. It's just giving it a go.
When it's broken down in baby steps and the individual is prepared to work on each of those baby steps to have a compounding impact and not seeking results overnight, it is so doable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's not an overnight thing. I mean, if
people want it.
Yeah, but you don't get it overnight. It's like running a business. People say, oh, they're successful, they're lucky, they're an overnight success. They haven't seen behind the scenes of the 5 to 10 years where they've slugged their guts out to achieve the things that they need to achieve, and then they're successful because they've put in the work. If we want to be healthy, we have to put in the work. End of conversation there. If we can't take responsibility for it and we are blaming others for our own health and well-being, I say look out, because I'm sorry, you're responsible for you. Nobody else is responsible for you unless you're a baby.
Yeah.
And then we have a responsibility until they're old enough to be able to be independent and look after themselves and make decisions for themselves.
Absolutely. If something's not going right in our life, we have to look internally, not externally, because internally is where the answer will be found.
That's that's what I say. You know, you look at your purpose and passion, you look at your why, you go inside. It's the intrinsic, it's not the extrinsic. So you go inside and you do the evaluation. You look at what is the real, being honest and authentic with yourself. And then you can work through the processes, as you say, a little step, one step at a time. Chunk it up, look at the big outcome that you want, and then chunk it down so that you can take those steps and achieve it. And, you know, celebrate your achievements. This is the thing, celebrate it. If you like to have a wine or something, have a wine. Go and celebrate with a friend. Do something. Don't deprive yourself of it. But you're in control. You're the driver. And if you can't take control, nobody else can.
And if they can't, it's about finding how can we gain control if we're looking at lifestyle and overall health. If someone's struggling, those reasons that I mentioned earlier, are they one of the reasons? Does it appear to be too hard basket? Like searching for a really good GP that you feel comfortable with, keep on searching. Find the person that you resonate with. Look at who they are. There's so much information online. Ring up. Have a get to know you call with that person. Ask them some questions. Ask friends for referrals. Never give up if it's important enough for you. And making those baby steps is really important. I had this image come into my mind, if I can share a story quickly.
Certainly.
There's two, but I'll choose one.
I love stories.
Of me going through this journey. And I was in uni, probably second year science uni, so I've become a dietitian. It's 3 years science, 2 years masters, postgrad. And I was probably second year uni. And I had this awesome tasting hot chocolate, which was two white marshmallows, one pink marshmallow, with absolutely melted because of the heat of the hot chocolate underneath.
Yummy, yum.
I used to have one every morning. And I knew it was too much. I needed to manage my weight a little bit better, and I'm going, all right, tomorrow I won't have it. Well, that fell on deaf ears. And what did I do? I put one marshmallow, one white and one pink. Did that for 4 days. And I skipped the pink marshmallow, and I only had one marshmallow.
And that was white.
And it was white. And then I went half a white marshmallow. And then I went zero marshmallow. So what's the moral of that story?
Chunk it down.
Chunk it down.
Yeah.
Make the decision. Don't do it overnight. Because your taste buds take 2 weeks to adjust. Now, if I tried to have that type of hot chocolate now, I couldn't.
No.
Because my taste buds, I haven't enjoyed it for ages. It doesn't have that drive. That's the way. That's one element of chunking it down. Baby steps. That 2 teaspoons of sugar in your coffee.
Ew.
I know, yeah? Shake off a few grains every time you make it. Within 4 weeks, you're at zero sugar. That's it.
Spill the spoon every time you get the sugar on it. Accidentally spill it back into the bowl.
Like you're being bumped. Baby steps.
Yeah, gosh. I weaned myself off sugar in my coffee many years ago.
Yeah.
I used to have 2, then I went down to 1, and then I went down to none. And if someone puts sugar in my coffee, I'm going, ugh. It's disgusting.
Correct. But if someone who has sugar tried a black coffee or a black tea, they'll say the same thing.
But I also weaned myself off milk in my coffee too. So I don't have milk in my coffee. It's just black. I don't have strong coffee, but I do have coffee. And coffee helps your metabolism too. So if you're going walking first thing in the morning and you have a coffee first, your metabolism starts working better.
And the universe is aligning for you to do a 16-hour fast before Christmas. Bang! There we go.
I'll do it.
See, Faye? See
Challenge.
how things align?
Challenge. I can do...
You never knew I was going to come in here 6 months ago and talk about fasting.
Oh.
But the universe goes, Faye, talk to Helen about fasting. Tell people about fasting. There you go.
Fasting. Yeah. Well, my daughter, she does a 3 juice days or fasting. Oh, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm not doing that.
I like food.
I like food, yes. So, but I could, have healthier food. I do have basically healthy food. Every now and then I have my chocolate or my bag of chips or something like that. But I don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I say, moderation. Because if you starve yourself of something that you used to, if you don't wean yourself off it, you just crave for it more. And you look at these weight management places that put you on these food diets, and they send you your food, and you lose all this weight, and then you go off it and you put on that weight plus more, and then you go back and you do the same thing. It's like yo-yo, yo-yo. And hey, just gradually, it's all about changing a habit.
It is about changing your habit, and the step prior to that is changing your relationship with food to be able to eat in moderation.
But, you eat food to give you the energy to do the things that you need to do. There are a lot of people, when they're under stress, eat food. I couldn't think of anything worse than eating food if I was stressed. But a lot of people have it for comfort because they're stressed. And I think I might have been not stressed, but I think because I wasn't walking as much, I got a little bit bored, so I'd go and have a nibble of something. I'd make a drink, or I might grab a biscuit with cheese on it or something like that. And now I'm thinking, there's a little bit of a muffin top starting, so I've got to stop that before it keeps going.
Yes.
And I can do that.
Yes.
I know I do it.
Self-reflecting.
Yeah, I do it.
Not accommodating it.
No, don't like it.
That's so. For anyone listening who can't relate to what you do,
Yeah.
The skill to be able to do what you do and to pull the reins in is definitely to stop dieting.
Oh.
Because that's deprivation, which makes you crave more and think about food more.
Mm-hmm.
So there are, really simplistically put, 3 core steps to be able to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Look at food in a neutral way. Like you describe food on a shopping list. I need to go buy some butter, some milk, some cheese, some bread, some fish. That's how we need to describe food, rather than saying, well, that's bad, that's good, that's healthy, that's unhealthy, that's high fat, low fat. When you neutralize the food, you move towards making it more of a friend. That then reduces the guilt. When you have a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of cheese and biscuit, a little bit of wine, we then don't feel like we've catastrophized everything and well, I've had some, I might as well keep on going.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they're so guilty around having that little bit, they're struggling to stop.
A bit like sometimes when I eat chocolate, I think I'll eat it until I feel sick, and then the rest of it will stay until the next day, and then I've got to finish it so that it's out of my sight, out of mind. That's kind of how I do chocolate.
So this is a bit of a tone that you could apply to the chocolate. That's the first one, it's just chocolate. And really quickly, the second step is, if we have this thought or tone of a comment that says, oh, tomorrow, I'll do better tomorrow, or Monday after Christmas.
Tomorrow never comes.
Yes. When we promise to start again, we legalise overeating, and that's where we lose control.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that vicious cycle we need to break.
Yes.
To eat in moderation.
Yes.
It's doable. Very doable.
I know. When I used to work in the fitness industry, and I used to tell people that, and I'd see people get some great results. Great results. Bit of exercise, proper intake of nutrition, and then the outgoing, you have the energy to do the things that you need to do. It makes common sense. It is common sense, but sometimes we don't see that common sense.
That's where these individuals need help.
And because they've not done it, they find it difficult.
Correct.
But once they learn and change that habit into a new habit, then it just becomes the norm.
Because they have confidence of a positive experience, and they believe it. They believe the journey, their belief system changes, and then it becomes doable. So I always say, just because we've discussed X I don't expect it to cure anything. It's an eye-opener. Have a go, come back, let's see how we've gone. You will only trust the process once you get some good feedback from it.
Yeah.
And that's where we move from here. And then their belief changes. Oh, I don't have to be so strict. I can eat on emotion, but now I know how to manage it differently. So they need to get that positive reinforcement because they don't know any different. They have got no other experience.
It's a re-education.
Yeah.
It's a re-education.
So it's enlightening to see that change.
Yeah, and it's exciting when you see someone that's successful. What do you say to your clients? I'll call them clients.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because
I do.
You do. I like clients better than patients or customers.
Absolutely. Patients is like someone's unwell, so that's why I don't like to use the word patients.
Clients.
Yeah.
To help them, you know, celebrate when they've achieved something. Do you get them to celebrate?
Absolutely. And that is something that's non-food based.
Okay.
And that is about enjoying their own company, doing something that they get fulfillment out of. Everyone is so busy. I really encourage giving themselves permission to slow down. And what do they want to do? Read a book, read a magazine,
Do
go
a
for
happy
hike,
dance.
do a dance, anything. Yeah. Go get an outfit.
Yes. Or
Absolutely.
no, wait until you've got to your required
I actually
size.
don't. I actually celebrate wherever they are and on the journey as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they can see
Yes.
where they've been.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Just tweaking it.
Tweak